Hi, my name is Steve Mobley. I'm a real estate broker and investor. I have been buying and selling houses for a little over 20 years now and have bought and sold just north of 350 houses. We're taking your time today to show you this beautiful diamond in the rough and thought we'd give you a quick tour of the property. As you can see, has a very nice landscaped backyard. It needs a fairly light rehab. We have a general contractor ready to do the work. The property is offered at $205,000. We have a firm bid for the rehab work at $14,000 and change. And if you want to walk this way, I'll show you some of the updates we're planning on doing to the property. One of the greatest assets the house has as it sits is the big wall of windows here overlooking the backyard. The roof has been replaced in the last 12 months and is in good condition. Pier and beam foundation with no real settlement noted. Has a updated AC unit. May need some minor furnace repair work, but structurally and mechanically it's in great shape. And we'll take you into the living room now and show you what the plan is to rehab the property. Okay, this is the view out to the backyard. As you can see, it is dated, but most of it's cosmetic. The fireplace in our bid has money allocated to basically stucco and possibly do flagstone up to about halfway and give it sort of an adobe look. The parquet flooring is coming out, and we'll show you in a minute the existing hardwood floors, which we would suggest be run all the way to this line here. This parquet in our bid is going to be replaced with travertine 16 or 18 inch squares. This wall, which you'll see in a minute, separates the old-fashioned living and dining room, which is a little dated, and basically this wall would come out completely, and the floors would all be consistent through here with hardwoods. And if we walk around this way, it's a little dark, but you can see the existing hardwood floors, which are in fairly good shape. And again, we do have a bid for everything to be ground down and refinished. Already has nice plantation shutters in here, and our bid and scope of work included replacing the front door with a nice mahogany door, eliminating the pillars, and just kind of cleaning it up in here. And again, the parquet flooring here in the entry, we had planned, or at least had a bid to do travertine, which would be consistent with what would be in the kitchen. This is the master, only because there's a bathroom off this bedroom and none of the others, but there's some flexibility on how somebody might want to use it. Our estimate did not include baths based on our analysis, and in looking at the comps, we're looking at about 133 a foot times 2,027 square feet, which is what we are. And all of the comps that we used had existing baths that were very similar. Again, the property is for sale at $205,000. Our bid is for $14,000 on the rehab, and that puts our ARV at around $270,000, leaving a gross profit margin of a little over $50,000. And if we walk down this way, again, you can get a different vantage point. The wall that you're seeing here is what separates the living and dining. And when that wall is taken out, when you come through the front door, there will be a spectacular view out of the back, overlooking the landscape backyard out of the wall of windows. And again, that is included in the bid to bring this wall back about 17 feet, reinforce it up to the truss. This was used as an office, and basically just another bedroom. Again, in very good shape, but just needs a little rouge and lipstick. This room, which would also be a nice guest bedroom or possibly an office, they partially redid. The existing carpet is in great shape, just needs to be cleaned, but it does have hardwood floors underneath this. If somebody wanted to cut costs, they could probably clean up the carpet and leave that if that was their preference. Let's see what else. And here off the hall, we have the other very colorful bathroom. Again, the baths, we did not budget anything really on the rehab other than fixtures and some minor updates, and felt like that that it would keep us consistent with the better comps that are 133 or so a foot. There have been solds in the neighborhood. One that's just about to close on Robb Valley that we think will close somewhere north of $150 a foot, and that's one that they actually did the bathrooms on and did 12-inch tile and updated it a little more extensively. So the bathrooms, we do have a bid that's not in the $14,000. That's for approximately $7,500, which would do both bathrooms with 12-inch tile. And would also take out the fur downs above the shower, run the tile all the way to the ceiling and open it up. And in essence, that's about it. It also has a very nice O'Keefe and Merritt stove, which I'm told is worth about $2,500, which will let go with the house, of course. If somebody wanted to sell that for $2,500, it would cover the cost of all the cabinet refacing, which is in our bid. We do have an order in for a tentative order for custom cabinet doors and drawers and hardware, and the expense of that and all new stainless appliances would be more than offset by what the stove is supposedly worth. So, and let's see, the bid also includes keeping the stained glass here, doing custom surrounds that would match the rest of the cabinets. I already have a Viking wine refrigerator that will retrofit into where this antique is, that we would let go with the house also. It's stainless, and we had planned on doing stainless for the rest of the house, but it's a retail value of about $3,000, which we'll throw in with it as well. And I think that's about it. Any questions, Evans?
You want to see the front?
Yeah, let's go around and look at the front. And again, there's quite a bit of landscaping and foliage that's already in place. Needs to be trimmed up and watered a little bit. The cedar-shaped siding, in our bid, we planned on keeping it with the thought that we would pressure wash it and restain it with a pretty expensive stain, but it looks phenomenal. It would be a nice red cedar that would kind of go with everything. Also, the pillars in the front we would replace with sort of boxed in cedar columns, and basically stain the front door of the columns and the cedar shake all the same color to give it some consistency and curb appeal. You want to get a street view?
Yes, and this is a well-established, quiet neighborhood.
It is. The days on market over here is they're very, very short.
What's the average for sold was 24 on average?
I think the average on the solds is 24, and the average on the actives, I don't want to speak out of turn, but they are very short relative to the Dallas average. And it is a neighborhood that, unlike a lot of them, that will really reward a a good remodel. So the sky's the limit as far as the upside and the profit.